Hey everybody, welcome back. Well, as promised, if you follow me on Instagram, then you know I was away recently at a blogger conference and I said stay tuned for kind of a little bit of recap and what I wore. That weekend's definitely kind of like a whirlwind blur. Everybody kind of says the same thing, you know, because it's like kind of go, go, go. So if you are unfamiliar with RewardStyle, I'm sure you've probably heard a lot of people talking about it, but it's basically a monetization platform that I am with. I have been with them for several years, but really didn't start utilizing it until the last few years more seriously. A lot of YouTubers are with them, a lot of bloggers. You know, sometimes you think just fashion bloggers, but it's not just fashion, it's home, beauty. You know. So the conference that they have every year is in Dallas because RewardStyle is based in Dallas. It's basically the top influencers. Now, before I've heard of, you know, like, oh, the top 200 or the top this, I really didn't hear any specific number this year. It's kind of just the top percentage that get invited. And of course, you know, I feel like that umbrella is kind of cast out a little wider because you have like the very, very top influencers that do not even attend, you know, because maybe they've been before and this is like the 6th year of the conference. Maybe they just don't feel they need to anymore. But anyway, I was happy to be invited for the first time. And I thought, you know what, this is a little bit out of my comfort zone, but let me go and see what it's about. I had done my research a lot. Of course, I'd heard about it before. So, you know, I did my research as far as like finding out, you know, what everybody was wearing, what the days are kind of like, and things like that. I'm one of those people, I like to be prepared, so I definitely did my homework. But I don't think it's one of those things you truly get unless you're there and have attended, you know? And of course, everybody puts like focus on, you know, what they're going to wear because it's definitely good people watching and you see, you know, the best of the best as far as like style bloggers and things like that. So you want to put your best foot forward because you're meeting with brands and you're meeting other bloggers. And so it's a little bit of pressure, but at the same time, I feel like I'm only in competition with myself. I still want to feel like myself, you know, and not be too far out there. But yet at the same time, this is one of those events to definitely like step it up a little bit, get outside your comfort zone a little bit. But at the same time, you don't want to do it too much or I feel like it looks like you're trying too hard and just doesn't look like you. I mean, if you follow the hashtag RSTheCon, I'm sure you saw, you know, a lot of video and pictures, or you can go on Instagram and just look, you know, it gives you a really good idea of like the layout of the venue and the hotel. I don't feel like I took a lot of pictures of, especially in the meeting areas and things like that, because there's just so many people. And again, you're kind of like rushed a little bit. So I want to be comfortable traveling, and these new jeans, I'm telling you, I showed you in the try on haul again, I got the blush and the olive. They are so comfortable. They were perfect. Simple white t-shirt, my denim jacket, and these pink loafers. I cannot stop wearing these pink loafers when I travel because they're just so comfortable. I mean, I walk through, you know, airports in them. They're great. So I wanted to wear those. It gave it a little pop of color, and I knew I could wear them later on in the weekend if I wanted to wear some flat shoes. So that was that simple travel outfit. So on Thursday, we get there and there is a pool party, like I said, sponsored by Supergoop, and that's that evening. And pretty much dinners are on your own. You know, they have an open bar. So there's an open bar at every evening party. There's, you know, some little bit of appetizers, but not a ton of food. So you eat dinner on your own, and then there's some sponsored lunches during the day that they provide, and a little bit of breakfast that they provide, but dinner is always on your own. So basically we went to the pool party. I kind of had in mind 2 different things to wear. First, I was all set on the pink jumpsuit, which you guys all saw and you love. Thank you so much. I was like, bright color. It's a little bit flowy, you know, perfect for that environment. Because I feel like when I looked before, you see people kind of go both ways, like a little bit over the top, not. I don't feel like this year I saw people as over the top as last year maybe, you know, looking at pictures and research, but well, I swayed from that idea to I ended up wearing these striped pants with this halter top that I really like. It actually comes in navy as well. This is a beautiful top that you could wear with so many things. It's like a linen blend, and really like this top. Just a great spring summer staple. So I had my eye on 2 different pants. The first one, which I'll show you here, were these red palm print pants. And I thought, you know what, I just want something very simple, elegant, flowy. I'm gonna wear it with like a little strappy cami and it'll be perfect. Simple, but again, I thought very appropriate for the evening. When the pants came in, they weren't as long as I was hoping. So I needed to wear them with flats or a very low heel to make them not be too short. And it just didn't have the vibe I wanted then. I wanted them to be long and very flowy so that I could wear a heel, but not really show my heel, you know what I mean? Just to have that more flowy, elegant vibe to them. So those ended up being a little more casual, but I love the pants. They actually have a matching shirt, but to me, I think that's a little bit too much together. I really love the pants. So when I was ordering those pants, I saw these striped version as well. And I was like, you know what? Those look really fun. And I don't know if you guys follow my cruise videos. I like a fun pant once in a while. And I feel like on vacation or that kind of vibe, like a rooftop pool party, that's where you can wear something like that. So I thought, okay, I'm simple on the top, but I love these flowy pants. And honestly, when you're standing there, it almost looks like a maxi skirt because they are so flowy. They do have like a built-in short, kind of like a mid-thigh short, like it's a line basically, because some of the parts of the stripe you would be able to see through. So I just thought they were a really pretty color because it had the different shades of blue and the yellow. They're definitely a very, very wide leg pant. So I felt like they didn't translate as well as I was hoping. Like I liked having it on in the movement when I walked, but maybe seeing it in photos or looking back at it in the mirror, to me, it just didn't have the look as in my head. You know how that goes? I feel like that happens with me a lot. It didn't translate in my head as well as on. I still like them. They're so pretty. The sizing is a little wonky on them. I had first ordered a medium. They were a little bit big, ordered the small, but the sizing guide, I would have never went for the small. So they are a little weird. But I did change to go to dinner. So Lisa, SDO9 night, it was just us two that night. We were waiting on Lisa D1 to come in the next day. We were just like, you know what? The next day of the conference is gonna be a really long day. Let's just have a really chill evening out at dinner. So we went to Capitol Grill, just her and I sat at the bar, had a really nice dinner, really low key. But before we went to dinner, I changed into the pink jumpsuit. And that was the photo you saw on Instagram. And of course, if you saw my try on video before, that's what I had on. So I kind of wish now I would have wore that to the pool party because I feel like that vibe would have been, I don't know, more what I was going to. I second guessed myself a little much, which I don't know why I did that. I shouldn't have, because again, I'm usually pretty confident and know exactly what I want to wear to what event and the look I'm going for. But anyway, this was a big hit. You guys liked it. I just love this color. It was very comfortable because I just didn't, the pants were a little much, I felt like going, and especially we ended up sitting at the bar. I just felt way more comfortable in this pink jumpsuit. So changed in that. So at least got to wear it, you know, for a little bit. So the next day starts out fairly early, I think at like 9 o'clock. You have a little bit of time. They have breakfast and like a coffee station and everything set up. I just had breakfast in my room. And then you have a couple hours of setting, listening to keynote speakers. And one of them was Kendra Scott. And it was so great listening to her. I had heard her speak here and there before, but she has a great sense of humor, and her story about how she started her business was just really inspiring, and I really enjoyed listening to her. So I wore this dress knowing that I had one brand meeting that day, and I think I had one classroom session, and then we were gonna have the sponsored lunch in the courtyard there. So I wore this dress, and I knew immediately when I saw it, I was like, that's perfect, you know, because it felt professional, but yet still had some style, very feminine looking, you know, so I thought this dress was perfect. I felt extremely comfortable in it all day. It wasn't fussy. It didn't wrinkle as bad as I thought it might, you know, from sitting so long. So it was a fantastic choice. I did have two different jackets with me that I could have like thrown over my shoulders if I needed to, but I didn't feel the need to. So this dress was actually absolutely perfect. It is a Dillard's exclusive, so I did mention that on my Instagram. If you have a Dillard's near you, you can go to the store, but online they were limited in sizes. I don't know since then. I'll still link the exact one for you. If they had the exact dress, they were limited in sizes, but I've seen a similar dress like this at many other retailers, and I will definitely link every option for you in case you're wanting this one. And I've seen similar dresses in white and other colors as well. And I just paired it with a kind of mid block heel, not too high. These are very comfortable. I had them on all day with no problem. And then very simple jewelry. You can't see it, but I have this really cute layered gold necklace on that I'll link for you. It's from, what is it? The Sugar Fix, the bubble bar for Target. Very cute, layered, but it goes with so much. I really like that one. I wish I would have got a closer picture of it. And then just my Neverfull MM. This was the bag that I used kind of as my carry-on, and I knew I wanted to use it as my tote bag for just, you know, carrying my schedule and my media kit and business cards and things like that. And then I just tied a cute little scarf on it actually from Old Navy, but it totally reminds me of like a Gucci scarf. I don't know if I saw it online, but if I do find it, I'll be sure to list it below. So again, just very nice outfit. I believe I met with QVC that day in it. And again, we had like a class. I had one class that day because you get your schedule ahead of time and you don't know, except for the classes, if you, like I had signed up specifically for 2, but then one I didn't sign up for, my rep, which was also cool because I got to meet Ray, my RewardStyle rep, in person, which was really nice. You know, you don't have any say in like the brand meetings. Your schedule's kind of laid out for you, except for the classes that you signed up for. And then there was one I didn't sign up for. So that day I went to a class hosted by Jillian Harris. Some of you may remember her from being on The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. That was really interesting to listen to her too. And then we just had a nice lunch in the courtyard. It was very, very nice. Met some other bloggers there. Really nice to talk to. And then we all got changed later that night to go to the Express cocktail party. So this is when I wore that blush color dress. And when I first showed it on Instagram, so many of you liked it. And I said, you know what? I have a blue one, a blueprint one that I showed in the try on haul that I was back and forth about. I said, I really love the blue because blue's a good color for me. But you know what? I had this feeling because that's a print dress. I was like, if someone else shows up in this, it's going to be very obvious. I mean, isn't that like your worst nightmare, showing up in the same thing with not that many people? It'd be obvious. And sure enough, we're sitting there on the couch and Lisa nudges me, is like, look, there's your dress. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you, but I did not wear that dress. So I did pick the pink one because I thought, you know what? Plenty of people could have blush pink dresses on. It's not going to be as obvious as somebody has the same thing. So as much as I liked the blue one, it's very pretty in person. I don't think it shows up as nice on the website, but that is a dress that they bring back every year because I'd actually looked at that dress a couple of years ago. So went with the pink one. Happy I did, because honestly, I pretty much paired these shoes around that dress. I was determined to wear these shoes, and they actually went with several things that I brought with me on over the weekend. They would have looked great with that coral dress as well. And so I just wore that. It was very simple, but looked very nice. Paired some of our new Stella and Dot earrings. You can see them a little bit in the picture. They're white. They have like a little bit of fringe. Gold bracelet, and then my new Ysl bag. If you guys had seen my earlier luxury wish list for 2018, I did one last year and again this year, then you know this bag was on my wish list. My husband and I actually looked at it last month when we were in Fort Lauderdale. He really liked it. I liked the colors, perfect. I just didn't want to lug it around, so I didn't buy it then. So bought it later when I came home. It was a great bag. I think I had a few of you ask if I could do a separate video on the bag, and I will. I'll show you like what fits and things like that. So we stayed, you know, at the Express party for a little bit, and then the two Lisas, as I call them, and I had a very nice dinner out. We went and had some Mexican, and then came back, and you're gearing up for day 2. So I did just want to mention my other option other than the pink dress. I brought this white strapless dress. This is from Donna Morgan, I believe. Beautiful dress. I don't think I took that great of picture in it here, but it's just very form-fitting but stretchy. So it just felt so nice on. I love the length. It went right below the knee. It had this really pretty back zipper on the back that was gold, so I like that. But I just love the simplicity. I just feel like a simple white strapless dress just looks really nice. I could have paired it with the floral shoes or a nude shoe like I have on here. I thought if it was chilly, I could have thrown my new leather jacket over my shoulders and it would have been just perfect. Like I said, very simple, but still looks great for the occasion. But I ended up choosing the pink one. Luckily, day 2 for me didn't start until about 10 o'clock. I had my first class then. And so I wanted to be comfortable because by then, you know, the last day of the conference, you're getting a little bit over, a little tired, you're not drinking enough, you're not eating enough, you know, your sleeping is all off. So I wanted to be comfortable but still put together. So I wore the white top that tied in the front that I shown for my trial video with the pink loft pants. I was very comfortable in this outfit. Matter of fact, I thought about wearing jeans that day, but those pants were so comfortable. I think I felt more comfortable in those than I would have if I would have put jeans on. So I wore that to my first classroom session and I thought, you know what, I just felt a little dressier than I wanted to. I mean, even though I felt put together, I was like, you know what, I just feel a little bit dressier. So what I did was went back to the room after my second class before lunch and I just put on a high neck kind of sleeveless top. This is a top I'd shown last year. I think they bring it back every year. I know a lot of you guys are waiting for it to come back. I will hopefully let you know as soon as that happens. Put that on with the pink pants and threw my denim jacket over it, which was great because I was actually meeting with Loft that day and it's a Loft denim jacket. So that was great, worked out great. And I just felt so much better. And I have these low heel nude shoes that I often wear. So I just felt still very stylish and put together, but comfortable and casual. Like, I don't think it photographed, you know, maybe as well, but it just felt very, it felt very me. It just felt right, you know, for the last day of meetings. So I had the 2 brand meetings that day with the pink pants and then had a little bit of break and we all decided to skip the finale party that night. It was raining that day and I think that just kind of put a damper on it because you all get in a bus and go to a separate location, which I kind of felt like I was there with all the video coverage on Insta stories that, you know, everybody took. I mean, I seriously felt like I didn't miss out at all. And I think we were all on the same page about, you know, if it had been nicer weather, we would have felt like getting dressed up and going. I think just the weather kind of put a damper and you're already tired by that time. This is the outfit that I would have worn and I will show you here. I was kind of back and forth on which bag to take. This is a new bag from Stella & Dot and it has some fringe on the end. It's just very, I like the pop of color, but the black and the cream. This dress is an asymmetrical dress, sucks you in, very thick material. I love the neckline of the halter, but then off the shoulder, so it's not revealing. I wanted to make it a little more fun though, not just wear basic black shoes. So I put on these really fun knotted up, kind of, well, they're linen and they're like a cream color heel. Very cute. They actually come, I think, in a red maybe. And I was kind of torn on the bag. I thought, you know what, I could either wear the YSL because it would match perfectly with the shoes, or I can take a pop of color and use this bag. But I really liked this dress. My husband absolutely loved it. I wish you could see the detail a little closer, but being black, it doesn't photograph that well. And I will try to see if I can find a picture of the back on the website because it's really cool. It has like adjustable straps. It just has a neat back to it. So really like this dress. It would be perfect for any kind of cocktail event you have. It would be great if you wanted to wear it on formal night, on a cruise, which is what I will probably do. So if I don't want to wear a long dress. So I just really like that. Didn't end up getting to wear it, but I did end up wearing this coral linen blazer. And so many of you messaged me on Instagram asking me if you could get the link to this. This blazer is old, so I'm sorry I do not have a link for you. I will try again to find something similar, but when I looked before, I could not find anything. This is old from Steinmart. I find random great finds from there. So it's a really pretty coral, and I brought this with me because I thought, you know what, if I feel like wearing jeans, or I also had some white ankle-length pants that I thought about wearing this with. So I was gonna pair it with a white t-shirt or top or cami under it with this and like the white ankle length pants or jeans to go to my meetings that day, but I ended up doing the pink instead. So we were just gonna have a very low-key dinner that night. We went to Moxie, which is like right across the street from the hotel. I think I mentioned it, and we stayed in the Hotel Crescent Court in Dallas. Beautiful hotel, really liked it. And I just felt comfortable. Again, it was still kind of raining. My hair, ended up getting a little frizzy. Just paired a simple white t-shirt, my Gucci belt, my ankle length jeans, those same mid block heels, and then my Ysl bag. Felt totally comfortable. It was perfect, for dinner. I still feel like it's one of those like blurs. There's probably so much I'm gonna forget to tell you, but it was really nice meeting, fellow YouTubers in person. And again, if you follow me on Instagram or stories, you saw little bits of that, and bloggers that, I followed. It was nice to get to meet them in person. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If I forgot to answer any question you may have about RewardStyle or the conference in general or anything I wore, definitely leave me a comment below. If you're not already subscribed, please do so. I'd love to have you back, and that way you don't miss any future videos. So be sure to follow me on Instagram, because that is where I post most of my outfits. I appreciate you guys so much for taking the time to watch and just all the support and all the nice things you had to say. I just cannot thank you enough. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye.